Mara kwa ya gompieno ke na le Zain Mopati ene le gore ke mongwe wa ba ileng gore ba tseneletse disupo tse go tla go supa ga kologela jalo gore ke buile ka boranyane ke buile ka gore go ga se le ruo hela le supiwang gompieno gona le di dirisiwa tsone tsa temothuo gona le diterekere ya lo gona le tse di lemang gona le megoma e mengwe gona le tsa bogologolo le tsa sesha le maranyane a sesha tota mme mo nakong ya gompieno tla ke amogele jalo re Zain Mopati ene a tswa ko Agric Equipment kana o tla re gakolla company o tswang go gone re Mopati ke go amogela mo dikganyeng tsa Botswana Television.
Dumela me
re gakolle ko company o tswang go
ke bua Zain Mopati ke tswa ko Agric Equipment Botswana. Agric Equipment Botswana re rekisa didirisiwa tsa temo tsa John Deere le didirisiwa tsa tsone tota rekisa diterekere le didirisiwa tsa tsone.
Diterekere re itse terekere le a bogologolo hela e re itseng le rekisa diterekere tsa mohuta mang ka gore a re se re utlwa gore di tlhabolotswe yalo tsa malatsing.
Emma re rekisa diterekere tse leng gore ke tsa sesha malatsing a re caterela bo mme gore le gone go tsena into farming to make it easy because le ga di bokete ka tsa bogologolo le steering sa teng se motlhogela jaaka koloi ya gago go lapeng. We also try to get the youth into farming because let's when they are user friendly le technology at teng go godimo as you know youth they like technology, so we try to get them into farming as well to make it easy for them. Le also diterekere tsa rena ka di bona gona le tse le gore they're comfortable, fully air conditioned, make it easy. Even the smaller ones, they're user friendly like that. But even the smaller tractor is suitable for you for small scale, for beginning farmers. It's easy for you at very reasonable prices.
Ya ka se buile gore bontsi ba tsone ke tse di bonang ko panda re itse gore ko panda ke gona go bonang ditshipi tota tsa mehuta tse di tlhabologileng kana tsa segompieno gore terekere e o buang ka yone a ke nka le manghela ko masimong a mehela ha mo lepole.
Emma oe tota go re simolla ka ke bua gona ke re le ka go engage all scale farmers re le ka go simolla ka nyinyinyane e leng gore le gone ko panda ha ke a goroga ile gore ka le male mo segotlong sa gago ya le male gona ha mo lepole ha le matota we cater for all types of farmers, the beginning, medium, all in all re le ka go caterela mongwe le mongwe le gore to get into. And also se re tlisitseng gore ha ke di diriswa tse leng gore gona as you know Botswana is a cattle country but there is less we buy a lot of feed, so right now re tlisitse equipment e leng gore re le ka go ka etsa Batswana gore ene tlhaga e leng gore e nna le go tshimong ya gago e go tsenya dingalo you can harvest it and also o bo dira dijo ka o dira dijo tsa leruo so that you reduce the cost of madi a dirisa gore ka feed. As you know almost every family gona le khomo but tlhaga e re na re heta hela rena every year re tlogela hela gare harvest. As you can see some of that gear is displayed but we can make use of it.
Di diriswa tse o buang ka tsone kana equipment ke tse leng gore ke dumela gore di tlhoka thuto yalo le kopana ka leng gangwe le gape ga kae kana le balemi ba rui gore le ba rute ka di dirisiwa tsa sesha tsa temo.
Emma thank you tota aka bona re le hayana we try by all means ha nke re tlhokala go di show ndipe we try by all means to be there to be present and also to showcase our product. Se sengwe gape always engage le balemi se ba di kgaolo go a go tsamaya re dira dithuto mo di kgaolo re dira di demonstration because it's always nicer when they visualize what you do because we try by all means go supa gore this is what it does, this is what it does. We ngwaga le ngwaga re nna re le ka go ikgaola le di kgaoganyo le di kgaolo gore no ngwaga gore bata gore be re le mo kgaolong ya gore jalo jana re le ka go by all means go ruta balemi.
Response ke ntseng yang mo balemi kana gona le ba leng gore ba santse ba tota ba le remeletse mo go lemeng gongwe ka bo di donki yalo ka temo ya segologolo.
We are getting a very good response because we spend a lot of time re khona go tla go fa monya go ala gore motho o dumelang thata mo temong e leng gore ke re le ka go ntsha Batswana mo go yone e be re go thusa re go bontsha gore nya mme mo hafunya e ha ke re ga go ka nna wa le mayana be re go tlogela ona ke nota bona pharologanyo then from there you'll come back. So that we are getting a very positive response because like I said earlier on re le ka to show them to visualize that, so we leave the mark the results they always tells a story ke tsone tse di helang di ba rotloetsa to come forward.
Ha bua ka terekere la ha o bona o bua re ditlhwatlhwa ga se tse di kalokalo mme o bua ka ditlhwatlhwa tse di ga godimo le tlhogo ha tsayang gore molemi a kgone go e reka a sa baballo go ngwa reka ka madi a kgaola ya lo kana ke cash and carry.
Totara, we are flexible. Kona le mo ile gore ka nna ta o duela o nna o duela ka so kgonang se sengwe gape re bereka thata di banka tse dingwe like the private banks tse dingwe le NDB as you know we our ka go stolo sa bona gona wa itlela terekere a rona go we try by all means to help them financially re bona re ka thusana yang all in all hela tota le ne khanya not only that tota ha re se diterekere hela le ne khanya after sales support we make sure that whenever you need akaole mme when you are into farming we make sure that you support. You don't need to be there physically. You just give us a call. Even though at your convenience. So we try by all means to excel in this, to make it easy for them without struggling.
Yo inele Rezain Mompati tota tswa ko Afrigri equipment kwa ileng gore ba rekisa diterekere tsa segompieno a supa jalo gore terekere ga sa tlhole e le yone ya bogologolo tse di tona tse ne di imela balemi a supa yalo gore go rotloetsa temo mo lehatshe la Botswana ba dirile yalo gore ba nne le diterekere tse di tlhofofetseng tota tse ileng gore le motho wa mme o ka e dirisa mme ke tsweletse ka go amogela baeng ba ileng gore ke buisanya le bone re santse re emetse jalo motlotegi tautona le lekoko la gagwe o ileng gore solhetswe motsotso mongwe le mongwe gore a tle tota mme ke na le moeng o mongwe gone yana ke re a go ikitsise hela ka boripana re santse re emetse motlotegi tautona re ke a go amogela mo dikganyeng tsa Botswana Television.
Good morning. Yes.
Please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Okay, my name is Elvis Jonasi. I'm the Business Development Manager for Veracity Tech Botswana, a company that does access control and automation. It also does surveillance. We basically do surveillance systems for the mines, for all the mining houses in Botswana. And we also do for large-scale companies. But we came to the agricultural show to showcase our technology and give it to small-scale farmers. We've got new solar cameras that are coming that can help them deter thieves at their farms. We also have electrical fences, game fences that they might need to secure their places of farming, their areas. We don't mind how big a farm is. As long as you want it to be protected, we are here to provide them with the suitable solutions for everything: surveillance, fencing, and even solar systems for where there's no electricity. They can have our mini solar system, mini chargers that charge and give light and also charge cell phones.
You're talking about solar cameras, solar equipment.
Yes.
How affordable are they to an ordinary farmer?
To an ordinary farmer, they are very affordable. We have brought a solution that we need to meet them halfway as well. As much as technology is costly, we want to meet them halfway. We want to give them the best because they bring the best for us as well. Yes.
How important is it for farmers to now engage in the modern technology?
It's for them to engage in modern technology because everything is going to be modernized at the moment. So we are talking artificial intelligence, we are talking everything analytics. So they need to have things that make it easier for them to farm. Most of the farms are very far away, so communication, one, is a problem. Two, most of them farmers, they need to be in communication with their workers at the farms. They also need to have protective systems that they can monitor from wherever they are. So some of these cameras that we have, you can monitor them from all over the world as long as you've...
Thank you, sir. I'm forced to cut off our discussion because the president has just arrived. Thank you so much for your time. Yo inele mongwe wa ba go ebitota ba ileng gore ba tlo go supa le supiwa tsa bone tsa boranyane mme ke go hakolehela gore motlotlegi tautona o sa tswa go goroga tota mo nakong ya gompieno elene se buisa tlotla mo ditshupong tsa gompieno tse e leng gore setlhogo sa teng ke go tlhabolola temothuo ka maranyane. Puso e supa jalo gore e eletsa gore Batswana ba inakanya le temothuo ya maranyane e tlhabologileng ka go lebile jalo gore temo ya bogologolo dipatlisiso di supile jalo gore ga e sa tlhole e na le maduo a tsamaelanang le diemo tsa segompieno. Re lebile jalo gore le one pula tota ga sa tlhole ena jaaka bogologolo go na le letlhoko la metsi le tlhoko la dipula jalo le diphologolo jalo le diruiwa palo ya tsone e wetse ko tlase. Bogolo ya nya dikgomo tota ke ka mo temothuo ya gompieno kana e rotloediwang ka maranyane gore barui ba dirise leruo la bone kana ba oketse jalo leruo la bone ka tiriso ya maranyane. Mme ga ke busanya jalo le mo anamisa mafoko wa disupo tse a supile jalo gore se se ba kgatlhileng thata mo ngwageng ke gone gore dihutshane di dintsi, palo ya dihutshane yo oketsegile jalo ga go tshwantshangwa le ngwaga o fetileng le bone ba ba supang tsa agriculture kana ka tsa temothuo tota bagwebi le bone ba oketsegile. Mme mo nakong ya gompieno nako e nngwe le nngwe hela go tla bo go simolola jalo go pelwa pina ya setšhaba. A re retse Motswana wetso
letsatsi la go lebelela kgwebo ya rona gore e godile go le kanang-kang, go lebelela ba ba nang le seabe mo go tsa temothuo gore ba bona eng, le gone go lekola gore puso yone e ba eme nokeng ka tsela e ntseng jang. A re oketseng metsamao bomme ba mogolokwane re tle re simolole lenaneo la letsatsi.
Pina setšhaba moretsi.
Ha re ntse re eme yalo ha re leng teng re be re ipaakanyetsa jalo go tsa pina ya setšhaba.
Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Ruben Moatlhodi. It's a Remukubu, Colonel Mukubu, my lordship say.
Shall we bow our heads and I pray? Our dear Heavenly Father, we thank you this morning. We bow ourselves before you as we recognize you as God over this country. We thank you, Lord, for the works that you have done in the past through our ancestors as you gave them this land to be our inheritance. We thank you so much, Lord, that today we can see with our own eyes the display of the works of their hands, the blessing over this country. And there is hope for this country that, Lord, we will have food because you are there for us. You will give us rain. And will help us, Lord, to maintain peace. And Lord, as a nation, we stand against all kinds of violence, all kinds of this violence that has bedeviled our country. We pray, God, that you cause it, that peace may prevail. That, Lord, as we mark this day, with this spectacle of this display of food and of the product of this country. Let it be so that we'll be excited and be happy. Bless this country, bless our leadership, bless this great nation. In the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, amen.
Thank you very much. We may be seated, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to call to the stage my co-MC from the Ministry of Lands and Agriculture, also synonymous with radio for the longest time, Me Neo Linkopani. My leadership, come like this.
Tautona wa lehatshe la Botswana, Advocate Duma Gideon Boko. Tautona wa pele Dr. Eric Kiabetswe Mokgweetsi Masisi. Tona o tshwareletseng wa lephata la lefatshe le temothuo Dr. Edwin Dikoloti. Tona wa lephata la Justice and Correctional Services Honorable Nelson Ramaotwana. Tona wa Botsogo Dr. Stephen Modise. Bo muthusa tona baba farologaneng ba ba kwano. Mo parlamente wa kgaolo ye Reshon Nhlaile. A clerk of the cabinet John Moretti. Baemedi ba mafatshe a farologaneng ba ba ka kwano. Deputy clerk of the National Assembly ke ba fentse ke Permanent Secretary to the President, Me Emma Peluetletse. Badiredi Baba Harlohaneng Bapuso. Mokwaledi wa lephata le Rekabelo Ibineng. Base Podisi Baba Kakwano le Base Sole. CEOs Zedika Kwano. Bomutwisa bakwaledi baba kakwano. Baba harloganeng baba kakwano baba tsisitseng disupiwa ba temothuo. Ba bega dikgang le baeng ka go farologana ga bone kakwano. Ba gaetso ke a le dumedisa leina ke bidwa gote Neo Lenkopane. Ke tswa ko ofising ya kanamiso mahoko ya lephata la lefatshe le temothuo. Hari Boka re hashtag temothuo ke yone, hashtag re dirisa lefatshe go tlhabolola matshelo, hashtag re tla kgona. Ko lephateng le lesha ba gaetso dumelang. Mo nakong eno ke tla be ke laleditse jalo molaodi Mme Sebokwane Dikgope go tla go re itse sejalo baeng ba ba leng ka kwano. Re ka mo emeletsa jalo ka megolokwane ha tla ka kwano go ka nna dithole re ipelala jalo tse di tsamaisanyang le lefatshe le temothuo ba gaetso megolokwane.
Thank you so much, Director of Proceedings. The President of the Republic of Botswana, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are very happy to be here. My name is Botswana District Commissioner for Gaborone District, and I'm here to introduce dignitaries here present. Director of Proceedings, it is my singular pleasure to introduce Mr. President Advocate Duma Gideon Boko, the President of the Republic of Botswana. Thank you so much, thank you. At this juncture, I will introduce His Excellency Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Kiabetswe Masisi, the former President of the Republic of Botswana. Thank you so much. And we also have the Honorable Dr. Edwin Dikoloti, the Acting Minister of Lands and Agriculture. In our midst, we also have Honorable Nelson Ramautwana, Minister of Justice and Correctional Services. Thank you so much. And we also have Honorable Dr. Stephen Modise, Minister of Health. Thank you so much. And we have Mr. Thapelo Sitlale-Kgosi, the National Agricultural Show Committee Chairperson. In our midst, we have Ms. Kiabetsi Peku Mohashani, the Chief Executive Officer, APSA. APSA is our gold sponsor. Our gold sponsor. Thank you so much. And we have Mr. Carlson Chisu, Chief Executive Officer, Phoenix Insurance. They are also our sponsor for silver medal. They are our silver sponsors. And we have the Chimbombi family that are seated there. We really appreciate their presence. Thank you so much for coming. In our midst, ladies and gentlemen, we also have Honorable Sean Taile, Assistant Minister of Communications and Innovation, and he is also the Area Member of Parliament for Gaborone North constituency. And we also have Honorable Justine Chipo Hunyepa, Assistant Minister, Child Welfare and Basic Education. And we also would like to appreciate the presence of all honorable members of parliament here present, as well as heads of missions here present. We acknowledge and appreciate your presence. Director of Ceremonies, we also have Ms. Emma Pilusi, the Permanent Secretary to the President. Heads of international organizations, we appreciate your presence, as well as all service chiefs here present. We also appreciate you. Director of Proceedings, we also have Mr. Kabelo Ibineng, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Lands and Agriculture. And we also appreciate the presence of permanent secretaries here present, as well as captains of industry and other accounting officers. Ladies and gentlemen, we also appreciate the presence of farmers' committees, members of the Fourth Estate, members of the art industry, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate your presence. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
Aremeng habase ka legofi gape bagolo ka tselentseng jalo re be re emeletsa yalo motshwarela tona mo lephateng la lefatshe le temothuo Dr. Edwin Dikoloti megolo kwane gape ha bua o bua ka dio tse tharu o bua ka temothuo o bua ka leruo o bua ka go direla Batswana ditiro megolo kwane ba gaetso
nta ke go leboge motsamaisa tiro wa tsatsi jeno maetsho na o leng kopane tautona wa Hatseje Advocate Duma Gideon Boko tautona wa pele wa Hatseje raetsho mokgweetsi Masisi matona a leng hano ha batlotlegi maparlamente ba ba leng hano PSP and deputy baemedi ba mahatsa a sele ba ba leng hano batlotlegi makhanselara ba ba leng hano bakwaledi ba maphata ka go harologana ba ba leng hano mo gare ga bone go na le mokwaledi wa lephata la lehatshe le temothuo raetsho Ibineng balaodi ba ba leng hano balemi barui ba ba leng hano mo go bone ba eteletse pele ke modulasetilo wa komiti ye, barotloetsi ba rona, bobega dikgang jo bo leng hano, balalediwa ba tlotla, betso ke le dumedisa ka pula. Pula! Motsamaisa tiro ntetlelela pele ga ke simolola go bua ke le kope betso gore re eme motsotswana ka dinao go lemoga tona wa pele wa lephata le Retsu Chimbombi. Ke a leboga a mowa wa ga mogolo le o robale ka kagiso. Director of Ceremonies, it is a great honor for me to welcome you all to this year's National Agricultural Show. Today, we gather not only to celebrate farming, but also to celebrate the resilience, the innovation, and the promise of a new future for Botswana omusha. I trust we can all agree that we meet at a time when our country faces one of its most testing economic periods. Unemployment remains very high, food prices are rising, and global uncertainty continues to weigh heavily on us. These challenges remind us of one truth: business as usual will not carry us forward. What this moment demands is nothing less than transformation in how we think, how we act, and how we transform agriculture into the true engine of Botswana's economic renewal. To this government, agriculture source, farmers' field days, expos, and production sales are more than just your annual events. They are a testament to a vibrant and dynamic sector, evidence that agriculture is truly a force for the future, a force that can power jobs, a force that can drive industrialization, and a force that can secure our economic emancipation. Director of Ceremonies, we welcome you, Mr. President. Your presence here, as well as at the previous agricultural shows hosted by other districts, continues to inspire and plant the seeds of transformation. We thank you for tirelessly pursuing credible investors to strengthen our economy, to create new opportunities for Botswana, and to place agriculture at the heart of our national development. Your words have not fallen on deaf ears. Our farmers, represented here in such overwhelming numbers, have taken up your challenge. They are not waiting for others to shape their destiny. Through hard work, through resilience, through innovation, they are proving that agriculture is indeed the cornerstone of transformation. Our dear farmers, and as one raised by farmers, I feel both humbled and proud to walk this journey with you. We are grateful for the leadership that has a vision, that has wisdom to recognize the untapped potential of the agri sector. That is why we are investing in research and development. That is why we are championing sustainable farming practices and equipping you with the tools and knowledge to thrive. Bagaetso, we are determined to to create a fertile environment where innovation and entrepreneurship in agriculture will flourish. An environment where farmers are not only producers of food, but will also be creators of wealth, jobs, and new industries. Mr. Press, this year, our national show has attracted more exhibits of excellent quality from both crop and livestock farmers. The good rains of the 2024-2025 season have brought relief after 3 difficult years of recurring drought. The pronouncement, Mr. Press, that 2024-2025 is not a drought year was well received by our farmers. It is indeed the hard work and discipline that has brought us here. Ladies and gentlemen, as we gather here, let us remain alert to the threats that can undermine our progress. FMD, avian influenza remain serious risks to the livestock and poultry sectors. Farmers, particularly those near our borders, must be extra cautious and proactive in monitoring these threats. This year, outbreaks of avian influenza in Chobe West and Newcastle in Ngami have forced us to take strict control measures, restricting bird shows, limiting movement of poultry products, and suspending exports. These measures, though difficult, are necessary to protect the sector and will be reassessed as the situation evolves. To build a resilient agri-food system requires unity, requires discipline, and shared responsibility. Disease knows no borders, and it will take coordinated efforts by government, by farmers, and the private sector and development partners to keep our livestock and crops safe. As I conclude, let me commend and thank the show committee led by Rasla Lekhosi, our sponsors, and the many volunteers. Against all odds, even during one of the toughest economic times, you have delivered an event that inspires confidence in our collective future. To our farmers, you are the heartbeat of Botswana's transformation. To our partners, you are the bridge between potential and reality. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is the time to act. It is the time to innovate. It is the time to invest strategically in agriculture. Let us work together to build a resilient, a productive, and prosperous agriculture sector for the benefit of all Botswana. Once again, I welcome you all to this 2025 Agricultural Show.
Arebeng motshwarela tona ka legofi ha batse ka diatla ka loshala ba lolokalo a tlhalosa ka ha ileng gore wa go tswelela a dira ka teng mo nakong eno ke bitsa jalo ba ileng gore ba tlhotse ha ba ntse ha beke yotlhe ka disupiwa tsa bone gore ba gatele ka kwano ba ralale re bone bontlentle jo ileng gore ba botsisitse ka kwano megolokwane ba gaetso ba tswa ko mafelong a farologaneng go tla gore bontsha gore bone ko dikgaolong tsa bone ba dira eng ebile ba tlile go tswelela ba dira jang mo lephateng la lefatshe le temothuo.
Go dumela bagaetsho ba ba tsenang ba ke bone ba leng gore ba make sure gore raja ke bo mme yo hape le go mmona ke grand champion of the yard ka go crops borre ba la ba bona ke bona ba lemisi ke bona ba eleng gore re beile mo go bona gore re kgone go ijesa la ba bona ba getso ba tswa la hase leno lote ka bophara matakanyana a besangale ke ba lemisi ba bapelang ka ke ba lemisi ke bona ba eleng gore ba etsa balemi ba rona okay food security ke yone ba gaetso horticulture mabele merogo di fruits sengwe le sengwe re beile mo go bone ba gore ba jese lehatsi ba ba latelang ba gaetso ke ba mebuta rabbits ba eteletswe pele ke mme yo hape le o fresh la mmona le lona ba gaetso mosadi yo ka hayo o bidwa Metimbu o tswa ko Francis Town Metimbu o winne champion mo tsile a pagame base go ta go compete mme o le mona nyo tsile a pagame base o tswa ko North East ra gore ra mo leboga a re tsweleng ba ke ba phigari ba gaetso ba dikolobe ke no mama Thembu o tswa malotwane o la dikolobe tse dintsi le dinonyane tse dintsintsi santse le youth ba ba latela e tabele ba small stock from all over the world are em ba small stock mataka dipudi dinku are monna yo bidwa heni sketa o tswa go borolong motaka yo I think out of 10 we win 8 prizes claro o jela mataka mo o tsang bothuku o kare di otsa last yo ba jele mo yo la talanyo ba getso ke re mo taung o na le drill right e tswa go bobirwa yo la talayo mo ntse wa diteriole ke re mo seki o tswa go mahalatswe go advocate ba ba be di bale ke fanirkak le ngwana gagwe mme o ga re o bidwa mme Mantombela o tswa ha tisia mutako diterio bidwa Fahim ke na treasurer ya ditshupo tse Satardano wa rona ba tala yalo Kachiova o tswa ko Charles Hill o gona tala Uncle Bash ke o ha morago o tswa ha Mankgwedi go na le mondo mo ke lo dule o bidwa Desmond le motse ba merero ya entertainment thata but yana o togetse di letso o go di small stock o go di khomo gape ke bona ba small stock that from all over the world and ba etso gompieno this year small stock last year there were 460 numbers me ne rata wa ke puso gore o ke tsang dipalo this year we have 1000 exhibits me la gale gompieno I'm sure di bo 1900 ka re tsweletseng tse re ira di break tsona ka ra dija are emba di khomo Motako ke Tolo Holdings ke ena grand champion of the yard gape le member wa committee grand champion of the yard gape le member wa committee di khomota tsote ke tsa gagwe yo le ke morwetsana wa gagwe ga ise a nyalwe la bona Tolo Holdings bona ba tswa ga bane ya ba gaetso JM, just Mushibero Lamon, Kupalentete. He's only 14 years old. Komwe, Hasaba Tadibara, Yahaway. Salani Nyane. We did lesson with the same way. Komwe, Reserve Grand Champion of the Yard from JM Farms. JM Hotoae, the Komwe ID, Eraster Lugae. Kara Barezo, Aruto and Barnalo Nabana. This can be done. Thank you. Get out, my boy. Next. La mwana mfanolo, kungwana. Eki Asex, itoko molopo. Pretorius, batoko molopo. Thank you, my boy. Barule Brahman, lisimintale ko molopo. I think the commuter will go plus in around 20,000. 20,000. So ba tla re thusa go oketsa population ya dikgomo. Nna tse dikgomo di le 34 mo ditshupong. Mosimane wa tsala nyo ko ra kabli ko kweneng ke santhata a ba latswa ke thare o na wina champion o buda di Brahman. He's also a new exhibitor. Are aha bafana ba ke ba bobirwa ke santha ba tla ditshupong mme le bona ba itiretse go tswela ba bile go tse skates simentalas ba tile ba taba ikopantse go shera di-cost ba tswa go bibirwa are motaka yo montsho di tedi o mompio o tswa ko Topisi. He's also a first-time exhibitor. O tswa ko Topisi o bile go le rile moeng from Japi Brand V le po ye nngwe ha thoko e ke a gagwe le ene ke santhata ditshupong ba gaetso ra mo lebogisa. Next. O ema ho mfanaka o ema ho monna yo ba gaetso ke santhata ditshupong o burida di Brand V gape ke mogwedisi wa seata kgomo e ke ena itiretseng ka lebogo la gagwe o tswa ko Mabuthubelo ko bobirwa. Thank you my boy. Gape monna yo ke mmoki wa boka are malaita ka tswang wa go di se ka seata ga le tswala ka mmona ke tsa ga go tsonetse. Next, let's go. Go ke moshimanyana mo tswa Hadafdale Hadafdale ma ala East constituency o tswa gono ho di kgomo tse ke tsa bona Hadafdale ra gore ke ngwana go la gone thank you Julam. Di kgomo tse ke tsa Rivervale e itseng thata jaaka di frame ba di traka ba diversify go wa go spensa gore kgomo ena le mosola di free ra gona madi ko di trake ya no simolla di kgomo. Next. Mr. Jerlin ba re tswa ka le mona o tswa go gantsi o ruile Simintale o ruile Drought Master. Moshimane wa tsa manga yo ke ngwana o tswang go buane ke ena farm manager moshimane o montsho yo molele yo ke ena farm manager. Monna wa di galase o bua Bobo, one of the most experienced handlers in Botswana. Thank you. Next. Monna yo ba tswa go Francis Town ko Wayside o bua Biza mo Facebook di ke la utwa mongwa a ba patsa dikgomo tsa di Brahmane. Lena is one of the most experienced. Ba tswa go Francis Town. Dikgomo tsa Wayside Brahmans. Bana ba raro ba bona mbale aba. They've got over 15 years experience ya go supa gone ha. We secretary Zanaka. Next. La ba bona ba gaetso ke tseo dikgomo tsa di Simmental di tswa go Lusim Simmentalas ko molopo kwa la bona ba tsile go supa Lusim ba tswa ko molopo ba gaetso ba ruile di Simmental. Next are mafana ba gaetso ke nako ya gore di famara re di lemoge re di totele ta intshwara la go ja nako, but this is our bread and butter. Lu tule ta utolara na maya hela. So let's motivate these guys. Batswa ko Kang Matebele Cross Santabe exhibit le bone. Number e bona yele mo le hetenyo 13. Ispa re tebele mo auction sale ka sa tertaga e taberekisiwa. Gore Botswana ba tswelle be go ketsa population. Monna yo ke ne ke le ra kere o kila ba ira di music o togetse music ya no mo dikgomo. E bua Desmond o ruile dipudi dikgomo ke ona le family ya gago. Ke santhata ibile o jilwe ga o ira sepe ibile ga ithoboge. O goro hela ka nya goro ga go motho. Go ga go thata. Thank you Desmond. Ba ge so le di udi ke bala ba bona mosimane go pele o winne best handler motshwari wa ge san dikgomo le di udi ba go thuli block. Batho ba ke bona ba le man ditapole le di merogo go thuli block. Yo go pele o winne 1000 best handler mo gaisi o ba gaisi motho go tshwara kgomo. Ke na le khatinyana mo teng le gale. Chicos monna yo ba ge tsweme o Chicos le ene ke monana o tswa go Francis Town o rule dikgomo tsa di-limousine le kgomo e le a champion ele ke a gagwe ke ena na a rotloetsa best handler ka madi a kana ka 2.3 gore re he badisa ba rona ya se ka la mona le diteduana is still young 24 so o tswa ko Leon Foster ko gantsi ba gaetso dikgomo tse ke tsa gagwe Brahmane Pinsgau Drought Master Brahmane o na le malaita a gagwe tse o bona di kodilwe mo mpeng tse ke tsa tabong di rekisiwa from Leon Foster Mahata start breeding gantsi are next banna ba le bona ntse ke ba bobirwa re ga bana we me ho ha re simolla ra ga le balale some 14-15 years ago re ga bana ke na re consultela gore dire judging rinye le the outlook yote ya 81 hectares mahala donate homo to us farmers are Mr. Gabana ba tswa go bibirwa ke basimane ba bobirwa dikgomo tsa go ke tsone tseo o ke mmaga bana ke mosadi wa gagwe ke ra gore ke a itse gore kana bangwe gona bana discipline ke mmaga bana yone dikgomo tse ke tsa gaga bana tse ba tswa go bobirwa thank you Gabana Genetics KM Beef la ba bona ba re tshikiba ba tswa hatewane ha o ya phalape first time exhibitors le bona ba jelwa ba bona la le sepe mme ra ba le bogisa ke sa nthabata they will keep coming ra le boga thata gape ba rekisa di record books ha le bata ba reka di record books for your cattle le taba bona aha la ya bona kere this one's di tswa go mokane la bona gore tshwere ke ya sport ke ga chairman le mosadi o tshwere nyolo di tswa go mokane ke tsa ga chairman ba gaetso ke ra gore ke ratile go bola mathaka ba le nama competitioneng ema ho Kelly la mona me o tshwere nyole two tooth just cut two tooth la bona is a very good have a lot of width a lot of depth komele tshwere nyela ba gaetso first time exhibitor ya ga mokgwetsi Eric ya betso masisi la bona le mme tshwere nyole gore ya serious tse ba gaetso mutaka yo Tebesta lo khosi le no tswa go mokana but ena ga chairman ke nna ska bana re tshwana that is my twin brother di tswa go mokana tswa ba gaetso di kgomo tsa mokana di tswa mo mahulong a thakanetse ga di tswa mo plaseng so is doable re ka dira ha no ba gaetso there is a spot o ska siana thata mona pitse ke tsa belo ra itse lebelo la dipitse ba gaetso is a sport that is developing in this country dipitse tse di tswa go motoko di tswa go TT Jet Stables ke tsone tse di siana mabelo a mantsi tsonetse ke ra gore le nna ke batla go reka ke simolle go compete big fish boela mora go nyana dipitse ke tsa lebelo ka tsona re ke tsa races TT Jet from motoko pitse go pele le bidiwa Western Bypass ya bobedi bidiwa Super Jet ye nngwe le bidiwa Kissing Dust could you kiss my dust you nail la ba dipitse ba gaetso di tswa go Gaps Equine from Sibili pitse le bidiwa Bela ye bidiwa e ntse e bidiwa go walk tall la bona pa go ngwana she's only 8-9 years old ba gaetso sport se sa developer a re simolleng ba ba sa kgone go siana ba sa kgone go swima a re tsenyeng bana ha ke rona ba English medium do tsa ba go tunga bo re dilo tse re ditsi ya lona ba sa kgone go tunga isang bana ba paramedic piece there is a lot of talent and there is a lot of money this is developing ska ra go tsa motho thank you wanaka ba ke tsuka le kalo la tiro a metawa la gona thank you very much ya le tayin tswala ba getso kana batho ba bo bonong ga ba tropo ga ba itse sente ba basha go la dikgomo tsa bobirwa ka le masaletse go morago ga ba itse tsamaiso a re la di bona ba getso di kgomo tse ke tsa di dirilweng ka AI ke semen e tswang kwa America ke tsa ga rre go itse mang. This is American genetics na dilo ka kgoditswa seata ke tsa ga rre go itse mang. Nya le ina di ata mabogo metsing a ke ke buile gore tswa bobonong ga itse tropo ke tsa ga rre go itse mang and family la mona ke mosimane wa teng ke ene yo ka kwa yo ke mosimane wa bobonong o na timetse a sa itse gore ga te go iragala. Thank you very much bagetso.
Le gofi le megolokwane eo gape
Adjust, ladies and gentlemen, ka tselentseng ya logora roa ba gore ke le mošana mosadi mošana peta ka pejana mošana o kile bona kgaitsedi ya motho ka ya tsenya tlhokomelo ata o e setse morago ga bampo ka bampitsa ba re twinkle twinkle little fish, yes, Black Angus, grand champion of the yard. Go raya gore ke tsweledisa kgaitsedi ya motho a na tsere teng, and I'm very honored to have been granted the authority to direct proceedings of the day. Re sa di bonya ka bonako, let me call the silver sponsor to the stage, Phoenix Insurance. Ke among the Chief Executive Officer, Ubiduagote Carlson Chiso Mkalu Carlito Charles. Mr. Carlson Chiso Phoenix. Mr. Carlson Chiso, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, hey.
Yes, I'm
Why
here.
am I so cantankerous like this?
Yes, I'm here, sir. Thank you, Director of Ceremonies, the President of the Republic of Botswana, Advocate Duma Gideon Boko, the former President of the Republic of Botswana, Dr. Eric Mokwetsi Masisi, the Acting Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Edwin Tikoloti, and I will ride on all protocol having been observed. First and foremost, let me thank you very much for the opportunity for me to speak on this august gathering. It is a privilege for Phoenix of Botswana to be recognized as a significant partner in the development of agriculture in Botswana. I'm going to spend just a few minutes to share what our role is as Phoenix of Botswana in the development of agriculture and the agriculture space. Phoenix of Botswana is a short-term insurance company, and we are very involved in the agriculture ecosystem. This year, we have deployed an agriculture solution that is unique in the market to cover the drought insurance, which is something that traditional insurance has stayed away from because of the volatility that is associated with the climate conditions in this country. Mr. President, I just wanted to highlight a few things that drive our interest in the agriculture space. At Phoenix, we look at agriculture as an economic engine of any country. We also look at agriculture as a cultural heritage aspect of any country. I think in Africa, you know that agriculture is embedded in our traditions. Agriculture is a source of employment. beyond just the economic drivers that we normally associate it with. So when we look at agriculture and on the basis of the theme that has been proposed this year, we look at agriculture as a space that requires a catalyst. And insurance is a catalyst for agriculture development as it provides the farmers with the confidence that they have, that they need to invest in the agriculture space. Today, I'm just talking around 3 pillars of agriculture that need to be recognized and reinforced for agriculture to play a significant role in the transformation of this economy. First, I'm looking at the issue around risk transfer. We have developed a solution that is based on technology to transfer risk from the farmer into the global space to ensure that in the event of any catastrophes, as we had in the 24-25 season, farmers can be able to get back to doing what they do best, that is farming. The second pillar of the agriculture space that we need to develop and embed is use of technology. Mr. President, what we have demonstrated this particular season that has gone past is deployment of satellite technology in assessing productivity in the country. As I'm talking to you now, we have teams on the ground that are looking to confirm the data that we have received via technology and physically visiting farms to ensure that there is that correlation and confirm what is actually happening. So what we believe is that for us to scale up agriculture, we certainly need to invest in technology. The index-based insurance solution that we have deployed gives farmers confidence without increasing cost of insuring to ensure that farmers can actually do what they do best. The other aspect that we've deployed is micro-scale insurance to ensure that beyond the commercial farming sector, we boost production for food security in the country through the small-scale farmers. In the 25-26 season, we are piloting small-scale farmer insurance products. Mr. President, the final pillar that I want to speak to is the coordination of the various partners that are involved in the agriculture space. And here I'm talking about development partners, government, private sector, to make sure that all the solutions that we are putting together are farmer-centric and they are dealing with the issues that are faced by our farmers. Let me conclude, Mr. President, by just highlighting the fact that we are also looking at wildlife conflict insurance because it's a pain point in certain regions in this country, and we are piloting that in this coming season. Also, it will be amiss of me, Mr. President, not to talk about capacitating the underprivileged and people living with disabilities. And that is one of the things that drives me, as I have a condition, as one can clearly see. We are advocating for accessibility by those people through adaptive equipment that makes it possible for me to go into a farm and do my plowing whilst I'm sitting in my wheelchair. And that, President, is the innovation and the drive that as a country we need to ensure that it happens. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and thank you for to the committee that is organized, and thank you to the farmers. We have actually made this thing happen, and we look forward to partnering with you as a catalyst to ensure food security and productivity in Botswana. I thank you.
Thank you very much, our Chief Executive, our silver sponsor, Phoenix Insurance, Mr. Carlson Chisota Tenda. And then at this juncture, let me call the gold, gold sponsor. Yes, the ABSA Chief Executive Officer, and also happening to be the elder sister to my wife. Hasuri ke ipoka gore ke leba diphologolo tsa mohuta o ha ke leba yana, but generally this is the kind of bloodline that I'm working with at my house right now. And this bloodline is responsible for 2 white Zimbabweans because their genes are very strong, these people. Ke ra pente ya Zimbabwe go padile security, 1 black guy and everybody else white, the things that we see. Confidence, or this one is from Harare. Your ladyship, the stage is yours.
I'm a very shy person, and to have a brother-in-law like Big Fish is quite a challenge. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Botswana, Advocate Gideon Boko Boko, the former President, Dr. Eric Mokgweetsi Masisi, Honorable Acting Assistant Minister of Lands and Agriculture, Dr. Edwin Dikoloti, and all other cabinet ministers here present, and to the rest of the protocol, kindly allow me to write to the protocol that has been observed. Bagaetso, a very good morning to you all. It is an honor to be here with you all once again at this year's National Agriculture Show, a flagship event that not only showcases the very best of Botswana's agricultural talent, but also provides the platform for innovation, knowledge sharing, and collaboration across the sector. First and foremost, I wish to salute the farmers of Botswana, the custodians of our land, and the lifeblood of our food systems. Your resilience, creativity, and dedication bring food to our table, feed our communities, and drive economic activity across our nation. My President, Advocate Gideon Duma Boko, allow me to convey a profound appreciation for your presence here today. Your participation adds great significance to this occasion, and it's a source of encouragement to all of us. We were especially encouraged by your recent engagement with the agricultural community at the Khansi Show, where you took time to listen, officiate, share perspectives with the farmers and the stakeholders. This reflects your recognition of the sectoral's critical role in economic diversification, food security, and national prosperity, as well as your government's commitment to ensuring farmers are supported as partners in Botswana's development. Absa Bank Botswana wishes to commend the government of Botswana for its continued commitment to strengthening the agricultural sector. The recent launch of the National Agricultural Policy marks a bold and progressive step towards the establishment of modern, competitive and sustainable agricultural economy. These policies aim to drive an agriculture revolution through diversification, resilience, and foster long-term viability, thereby empowering communities and advancing national development. They provide a clear roadmap for innovation, investment, and inclusive growth, ensuring that agriculture continues to play its rightful role as a key driver of food security, employment, and economic diversification. As a partner in transforming agriculture into the driver of growth, we affirm our commitment to support this reform by providing tailored financing, value chain support, risk management solutions, as well as promoting financial literacy, digital inclusion, and climate-smart investment. We have indeed demonstrated our partnership in the Botswana's growth story from the first day we opened our doors in Lobatse 75 years ago. We have been financing businesses, enabling trade, supporting households, and investing in sectors that drive the development of this beautiful country. In this 7.5 decades of journey, agriculture has always been a key sector that we have supported and stood with farmers through changing economic and environmental cycles, evolving market demands, and now the exciting possibilities that is brought by the modern technology. Our long history is a testament to the unwavering commitment to Botswana and her people, and we look forward to building on this legacy for generations to come. This year's theme, Enhancing Agricultural Productivity Through Utilization of Modern Technologies, speaks directly to the opportunities and challenges before us. Agriculture in Botswana, as it has been said by the previous speaker, has a deep and historical roots, but the sector faces modern realities as climate change, water scarcity, rising input costs, and the need to feed a growing nation. The path forward requires that we blend wisdom of traditional farming with the power of modern technologies such as precision irrigation, drone monitoring, climate-smart practices, and digital marketplace. It is our belief in ABSA that when technology meets agriculture, productivity rises, costs fall, and environmental impact is reduced. Most importantly, it enables the farmers, whether smallhold or commercial, to operate with greater efficiency and profitability. At Absa Bank Botswana, we see agriculture not just as a business sector, but a cornerstone of national resilience and a driver of inclusive economic growth. Over the past year, we have continued to invest in solutions that make technology adoption possible and practical for the farmers across Botswana. We have developed agricultural finance products with flexible repayment terms that are aligned to the farming cycle, enabling farmers to invest in modern equipment, water-efficient systems, and climate-resilient practices. Over the past 3 years, we have met farmers' financing needs, and we've channeled 1.4 billion pula to the sector. In 2024 alone, our total financing to the sector exceeded $500 million pula, and we hold a market share of just more than 30%, directly supporting technology adoption on farmers at small and large scale. Our digital platforms, such as Digital Wallet, sparked by ABSA, MobiTap, Internet Banking, and ABSA Access, provides seamless convenience by allowing farmers to manage their transactions and pay their employees without leaving their farms. These tools save time, reduce cost, and keep farmers connected to the wider value chain. I'm equally pleased to advise that in line with the government's policy direction of promoting the use of sustainable energy sources, we recently launched Green Energy Loan, which provides our client with access to facilities which enable them to buy solar equipment for their properties. We are also the first commercial bank to issue a sustainable bond, of which the proceeds were allocated to impactful green and social projects, including the renewable energy projects, hence strengthening our commitment to positive environmental impact. Furthermore, we believe transformation requires collaboration. That is why ABSA continues to partner with government, agri-tech providers, farmers' associations, and research institutions to build an enabling ecosystem for modern agriculture. This is our third year consecutively sponsoring the National Agricultural Show as the main sponsor, or rather the gold sponsor as per today's term, which really showcase our commitment as ABSA to the sector. We have equally supported various other shows across the country, including Khanzi, Pandamatenga, Froslag, Sunveld, and Mokan. We are proud to have channeled close to 2 million pula in supporting these agricultural shows and Farmers' Day across the country. Just last week, we were privileged to partner with the Botswana Investment and Trade Center and the Botswana High Commission in South Africa to host the Botswana Agriculture and Mining Services Sector Focus Seminar in Limpopo. The event drew more than 500 delegates, reflecting a growing regional interest in Botswana's opportunities. The seminar was designed to showcase Botswana's potential with a particular emphasis on attracting experienced farmers and investors who can bring capital, innovation, and technical expertise. Their participation can accelerate the transformation of our sector, stimulate job creation, and expand our export capacity. The message to the farming community, I see you, Director of Ceremonies, I'm closing. The message to the farming community is clear. We are committed to being a trusted partner in advancing Botswana's food security agenda with you. Our purpose of empowering Africa's tomorrow together, just one story at a time, it's a commitment in ABSA that you have a partner who is ready to work with you and write the next chapter of your story in every facet of your business, as well as our hands, or putting our hands on the deck to driving the development and the success of our country. Bagaetsho ke a leboga.
le lebe sente kganyele ya bloodline le lebe sente le ta bona gore go ra re ke a bona. The ABSA CEO, ladies and gentlemen, Me Peku Mushagani, can we give her a very big one, please? Harrison Zerlogoniho, let me also recognize the person who made my presence here possible in terms of the capacity of their office. Kibuaka Botswana Vaccine Institute Bari nako yone gora gore a kere weather ya change gora gore le semole go ipaka nya ka gore ngwagao we are very keen to ensure gore dikgomo tse di tsalwang, we need to dramatically improve in terms of calving rate all the way go itella di a go goroga go BMC ha ile gore re ta khona go tshwara dipalo tsele tsa ga tautona tsa 5 million in the shortest possible time. So Andrew Madesi BVI ba teng gone ha le bata tsone dio tsa teng tsa ga tekeng vaccination schedule ke yone tiro ya bone le batho le bate ba le tsamaisetse mananeo ao. And then at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, ne go tile ke kope gore ha re le ka kwano re because the president una le baeng ba ba tswang go Qatar go discuss about 12 billion gone ha le gore re thabolle di plus. So ke ne ke rata gore the speaker said my sister-in-law na bua le go la bono billion in agriculture yesterday the president. So gore ra ba ta go ba tsenya mo weekend ya ke ba tshware ma 1122 and then ba ka tsena mo fly machine. Ladies and gentlemen, BDF band. BDF band, ladies and gentlemen, and then at this juncture, we recognize Babidu Agote Mangana Sidco, Libone Hate Batwiste Tata, but it's about 68,000. Can we give them a big one, please? Barry, how do I bumper harvest? Those are the people to talk to. Let me call the chairperson of the show committee chairperson to give us the show committee perspective. Bafana Bamuka.
Baretso ne sigile ka ta kantele me ala gone makile mo gata utona le mo gele the former ke be ke also ke le mo ga all our dignitaries baretso be ke protocol of the for re boloke nako di khomo tse di simolla go gona di simolla go di utwa letsatsi ya di simolla go bata go boela kwa yana ke ta soboka hela ka bona nya ga ya swa ko re robetse khotsi ibile ya sellega bagetso tota ditshupo tsa rona tse bagetso ditshupo kana is our national pride as a country wa re dira ditshupo re ta go bona re ta go imejara gore re tsamaya kae the quality go mo go botho tota the quality be it vegetables be it arable farming be it dikgomo me ke tsa kere Har lebeletse what we have here today. Lotele ka duma le nna gore this is international standards. Botswana are really doing something. These are international standards because there are AI calves, mo go supang gore re gatetse pele. Mme kgwetho e santse re na le yone gompieno ke yone gore population ya rona e wela ko tlase. Mme ga go maswa ka goreng e wela ko tlase ra e bona. Mme at least what we have in Botswana is quality that you would never see anywhere in Africa except South Africa. So the quality is there. Harna quantity, but we have quality. Kada di famara raskara inyatsa me rotera khona go bona gore population ya dikgomo is going down. So we need to do something drastic for go address the issue. You look at the small stock guys. Last year they were given a mandate to bring 1,000 small stock, the Pudi. Because last year we had 460. But this year we had 1,000. The Khomo were 200 last year. We had 305. It's unfortunate poultry did not come because of the outbreak in Minister Kantele. We have registered over 400 and something chickens to come here. So, that to me, I'm very satisfied with our farmers. We will get it right. It's a very tough challenge. But I want to pay on perseverance, like a farmer. We will do it. We will try. Because farmers, Kana farmer is a Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Labor, Immigration, Food Security, doctor, we provide everything. So that population, we will do it. We will try and do it. It might not be in the next 3 years, maybe 5, 6, 7, but we will try our best to do it, Mr. President, because it's also our concern. Mehela, how do we get to those numbers? Let us first start respecting a cow. 10 years ago, a cow was bought or sold at 4,000. Because I remember when I did my Young Farmers Project, I bought cows for 4,000. Today, I still sell my heifers for 4,000. 10 years ago, I was paying my staff 500 minimum wage. Kakumia 4,000. I pay them 1.5, but Komi is still 4,000. That is a challenge. We are not making money as farmers. But that things still have gone up. We should not be celebrating making 80,000 at BMC. I see our committee 18,000 is all over social media. We are proud of it. No, that's how it should be every day to everybody. We shouldn't celebrate that. We shouldn't celebrate BMC has bought a cow 18,000 is all over social media. No, that is wrong. That is a normal price. Botswana Agricultural Marketing Board, do something for our farmers, for our crop farmers. Please. You are buying that maize for 150, you are selling it for 250. Please. Please, I'm not attacking anybody. If we need to get the numbers, we need to do it right. The end product must satisfy the farmer. Let's try our best. The quality is there. We will continue to bring the quality. But to the short ground, you can all see how it is. Wogaramo 1964. Yesterday there was a storm. There were a lot of gazebos in the air. Infrastructure development. We are behind. Let's do something. Let's have something permanent. For the past 15 years, I hire a rest room for him at a cost of 35,000. Because the special respect he needs. Let's build a lodge. It's there in Zimbabwe, it's there in Zambia. We don't even have a clinic here. And look how many we are here. Infrastructure development, I'm pleading with you. I did last year. All our CEOs are locals. Nobody's going to develop this country except you. Kantele on the program, how as farmers are giving back to this place. I have been here, I think, 18 years with my colleagues by Show Committee. Can you stand up, Show Committee? Some of us have been here 18 years. No allowance, no meal allowance, no food allowance, nothing. But our country first. Lolo nobody CEO. Let's reduce sponsoring prices. Because price money, there's nothing to show in the next 10 years. Let us now start going back to infrastructure. You are all in Zambia. You are all in Zimbabwe last year. We need to do something about the infrastructure. The private media is here. Our ambassadors are here. Please, let's develop this thing. Botswana love farming. You can see how they are with those guys. We have got over 100 stores, all made out of this gazebos. Let's have something. Let's have a conference. Let's have a place where me as chairman, I can take you there, sit there, and we talk business. I don't even have an office. So I don't even have an office. I need to go from here, me and Mr. President, we can sit there and talk economics of this country. How are we going to increase the population? But I can't, because there's no office here. So let's go into the infrastructure. We are pleading with you. Let's do it. Lorona, from the ministry side, let's put all the paperwork in place so that when the Botswana wants 5 hectares to develop, everything is ready. We give them land, we develop. That is one of the things that we don't need to focus on. My last remarks will be to the farmers. No, sorry. Minister of Agriculture staff, where are our stewards? Hey, stand up. Stand up. Yeah. I just want to highlight something about the ministry staff. When we started, it was tough. And they're used to getting overtime and what money. And we told them this year, patriotism comes first. Do it for your country for free. No overtime, nothing for them, for the first time. And so this is our country together. It's for all of us to make it right. We will get there. We will get there because Botswana, if we have peace of mind, anything is possible. Why I'm saying that? Look at our two presidents. They're sitting next to each other. I was in the middle and I told Mr. Mazis, no, so you see our presidents, they are there. No fights, nothing. So we will develop this country together. We should appreciate what these guys are doing for us. So, we have a long program. I thank you all. I thank you, the BDF. Mr. Zahoko, my dear friend, BDF, I'm going to be your deputy very soon. Thank you very much.
The chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, also one of the organizers of MOOC and Farmers Day. Can we give him a big one, please? And definitely in reference to the former president, the inspiration manifested in the agrocentric realm, my lordship, is what we are continuing, and we will continue to advocate. I think this nation owes you a thunderous applause for your contribution in this particular sector. I no my brother, no lumile tight. We are in the value chain of agriculture. You know that you left me as the most talkative agricultural vocabulary in Botswana and the diaspora. Mr. Former President, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to call to the stage to open for the incumbent Kibitse Mudubatang. The microphone, Mr. Technician.
Mudubatang ka Sbatana Sakosi. duba thanka ke tlo go duba thanka ka bothaka ke se thaka kudla ga bana le basimanyana ba ntse ba mpatla mmene ba sa mpatle sentle kana ba mpatla mo motlhaleng wa banyana nna ke batla mo motlhaleng wa banyana ka ke rudile ke tswala tshega le gompieno ke ntse ke tswala tshega mo duba thanka sebatana sa kgosing ka ke sa batle mabela ga mmajwa ke tshupa ntire di ontloeditse mo re banyana wa me National Agricultural Show. It's an attack of camera in Talabadisha Shumalang and Yabatubaka, Takataka, Limuli Molar. Kaipus up to our Narm Hatalorikemang. Hatumpian, the Chabarbatanga in Kalakatanari, the Chabarbatanga in Kabudila Lets, Hatumpian, Civil War Bita, National Agricultural Show Bita. Tautuna Piano Ribita or Remokuan, whom Piano Tokona support in La Kuana Mato too. Hanga to Tabarna Talaba in Kelan. Come on your patlas Fataka or Nal Ratan Lico Cotelin Catimo 200 credit. Ula minatolo ila tautuna go romartsa o ntshwarele le phatakileo o tsa wa tolosa temothuo mo Botswana wa ya tolosa gompia le tumela go lira ka tidimalo ke ra ka ba pia le motho a le motona a le mokokotlo thata ka twa tlharisa morukuru ke ba ka sona tsa ga maisa tentense ya tswang ka ke pua mo go tlheng tlhapedi go epa motswedi wa botshelo Botswana go tshirisa batsi le motshela khabo tautuna go tsa bana ba Israel o tsa bana ba Botswana o mo isa mankaleng Botswana sala phatsima Botswana sala galalela Botswana sala galala tshwana le temane le mo sekakeng go ntire di ontledi Ntirenyan, Happy, Nyana, Tautun. Advocate Duma Boko. Ole motlhami ole modiragati ole magoboka ole motshamiki ole molimi ole morui le karpa le huma batswana le karba polese batana se matakataka maja pitile petsana le roborobo ngwa go sengaparile sengapa magala papo botake le modiragati mma batho botlhe re ba polela tlhokola ditiro re ba polela huma la nta tlhogo le huma re motsere mo hunele a hupele a hunyele a honyele a ga mautu hunyela Tapita matiri mo eleng bodibeng re go tlhapa megopolo re nne thagare tlhamentla mo tse di tlhapileng balemiriri mante mo e tlhomameng ba rueng kgomo tse ditona-tona re rueng dihutshane tse ditona-tona Botswana a tla sala a phatsima a galalela a tabakela a tshwana le temane le mo sekakeng re a tlhokweng a batlisise thata gore temothuo e tla emang kaleng a ko ntire di ontlweditse Abetse mošaga me ke abetso ga isitse magoko a batla pele a na ra dinki di etelelwa ke mana maga di pele gompieno hetotse magoko a batla pele gompieno bone gore o tsaya matsapa a go ka le mokokotlo wa thata le wena o hunne sehuba wa mare ke a ema ke tla tsaya Botswana le nna ke mo rotloetsa ka ditiro tsa Botswana gore di tsamaye di emang kaleng gompieno re motlotlo ka wena gompieno ko go phopotha le getla mmamošagana nte ke gore ke re wa galalela wa phatsima wa tsabakela o tshwana le temane le mo sekakeng ntire di ontlweditse Ki bua ke le molemi o mongwe ke o motona-tona mokgweetsi ya re ka abetse masisi Mokgatlo wa manana a kumemo kana pholotsana sutu se parents se phanya se ba se swele ruri. Tema tsa o dintse di a bonala. Gompieno re go kwana hana re tlo go kwana temothuo. Gompieno temothuo tsa mankaleng. Mokgatlo wa yena o dikile o isa mankaleng. Gompieno Tautuna Gideon Boko tla isa mankaleng. Tire di on Direnyana. Gape. Ira modise gape. Ira beuli. Usimaya muruba tankane ki tlo go bulela motho a le motona ki tlo go mo hella ditsela. Ndake o ra ke re Tautuna tsamawe o ra menso mo re o re Malcolm Sala. Go na le bodiragatsi bo botona mo Botswana. Muruba tankare ka mosole ena ba apaka mesegogane. E re o holo ga kgakala mo sesoganeng. Muruba tanka ba go eteletse pele. A go galaletsa le tsela ya gago. A go loga segogana re Tautuna Gideon Boko Boko, that's my boy. Usimaya musipirikela la gangwe ha ke rwala ditlago ke a tswa ke a tsama ke a utlwa re big fish wa re motshwara teo ga nke a bokiwa gompieno ke tlo go phopota le gatla ke gore ke re teo o e tshwere ka matsatsele ko usimaya ke a tswa ke a tsama modu ba thankga ka re ntiro dio le ntloeditse ke letse ke lora le nna ke tshwetse kgomo tshunyana ke dire re tsamaye Kari koma konkomi ke a koma kari wasana tsa khalaletso ke a khalaletsa ka re Tautuna Gideon Boko Boko galalela Tautuna Gideon Boko Boko a phatsima a go komologela mongame Tautuna ke a tswa ke a tsama a go le ntire ndio le ntloeditse ditšhaba ke le bone le tholetse matso la tholeletseng go godimo thata ntire ndio le ntloedi
Halo sabatle go mpitsa nna le nkopane lo ka nna lo mpitsa motshwara madi megolo ka ne ba gaetso mo nakong eno o re ka emela ka dinao re emeletsa jalo moeng wa rona wa tlotla Tautuna Advocate Duma Gideon Boko a re temothuo ke mantswitswidi wa khumo ya lehatshe la Botswana temothuo ke bokamoso jwa Botswana ga a sute mo go bueng ka temothuo Tautuna wa lefatshe le ba gaetso megolo kwane gape gongwe netore le tla iragala ya motho o lorileng a yua kgomo megolo kwane
Please be seated. Thank you very much. I will spend a bit of time on what you would otherwise describe as protocol. You call it protocol because often one does it because they have to do it. And it is considered in most instances a waste of time. I do it not just out of a sense of obligation, but from the sensibility of what the philosopher Plato describes as piety. Piety. I will recognize each and every one of you, individually and personally, because I appreciate the role that you play in this country, in its affairs. And so piety is a reverent acknowledgement of all the sources of good in one's life, and a grateful appreciation of all those who have given so much of themselves to make you who and what you are. So I recognize the director of these proceedings, with his wicked sense of humor, keeps us laughing, entertained and excited, and also focused on the task at hand. Comfort Exotic, he calls himself. No whether his parents called him that. I suspect it's one he picked up along the way. Exotic Ramatebe, thank you very much for your passion and your zeal. Let me also recognize your co-director of proceedings, Meneo Linkopan. Thank you very much. Let me gratefully acknowledge the presence of the former President of the Republic, His Excellency, and that is reserved for him. And please use that in relation to him and never use it in relation to me, maybe until I have left. To me, just refer as President or Mr. President. Or if you think you like me enough, just my boy. I thank the former president for many things, but most importantly, he is the person from whom I took the baton of leadership of this country. He handed the baton to me in this relay race that is leadership and the leadership of this country. He had run his course, his part of the race. He had done great things, achieved, set the scene, and when the time came for him to hand over the baton of power, he did so gracefully and honorably, and he therefore, in those regards, deserves the title Honorable. Former President Mokwetsi Eric Cabbage Massis, we recognize you, sir. And we love you so. We miss you. Well, thank you very much for being here today. The last time I was here, I was with him. Then I was leader of opposition, and him and I rode in some very massive, I don't know whether it was a tractor or a harvester, and we had some heart-to-heart conversations in that brief period. The troubling thing is this place looks today as it did then, and that's several years ago. The infrastructure isn't any better. In fact, maybe it has gotten a little worse
which is in and of itself not just an indictment, but a challenge to all of us. And here's the target, because I believe in setting targets, some of them seemingly impossible. When we converge here next in 2026, this place must look spectacularly different from how it looks now. I repeat, because in lawyers' Latin, they tell us repetitio mater et studiorum. Repetition makes the bonds of memory stronger. So I repeat. When we meet here next year in 2026, this place must look spectacularly different from how it looks now. Calls on us to improve the infrastructure, the ambience. We must also make it friendly to the little ones who are here. I saw a few of them. We must make it attractive to our children as well, because they learn through observation. And the bug of farming may, in fact, be implanted in them that way. So we need to bring them here. We need to make it hospitable to them. That was by way of recognizing the former president and thanking him. I appreciate the acting Minister of Lands and Agriculture, Advocate Duma. Very agile, very focused, results-oriented person. I thank him for the leadership he has provided while holding the fort in the absence of the substantive, the now departed fallen soldier, Dr. Marcus Chimbombi. I saw two ministers here. I saw Nelson Ramautwana, Minister of Justice and Correctional Services. I'm not sure what the justice here is that impelled him to be here. Maybe some correctional aspect also beckoned, but I thank him for being here. I also see Dr. Stephen Modise, the Minister of Health. You and I have a crisis in our hands, a crisis that sounds in human life and wellness, a crisis we must resolve decisively, radically, in the shortest possible time. You and I are seized with providing answers, and we must provide these answers. And in the coming week, you and I will make some announcements, I believe, that will shock and shake a little bit, so that we arrest the situation. Thank you very, very much. There are assistant ministers here. Soren Taile, Justin Hunyepa. Thank you very much. Members of Parliament who are here, we also appreciate you. I would have loved to see many from the opposition ranks so that they also participate and offer searing criticisms and incisive critiques of how we are doing things and how they think we could do them better. And we listen, we hear, and we heed. Shorn of all the grandstanding and the political sound bites, there always is some little nugget of rationality, sometimes wisdom, in what each and every individual has to say. And we listen with humility and appreciation that these views, these positions that we espouse, however strongly we hold on to them, can and should be challenged. They are ultimately revisable. And so even when you think you have the whole truth, you may actually have just a fragment of it. And the person you are dismissing with contempt may have the other fragment of the same truth, which you need to put together with yours and build something formidable, not for yourself, but for the country. So we thank those who are here and acknowledge those who may not be here physically, but are following. Former members of Parliament who may be here, we also appreciate you. Permanent Secretary to the President, Mayor Piloitleti, she sent me through somebody a message telling me I'm actually on leave. It was shocking. I got shocked, I was startled. President goes on leave. There's no way, it's not possible. But it seems at a formal level, the president is supposed to be on leave for 10 days. That's too much, even if it were possible. But it is not. And I remember the president of Estonia said to me, by law in Estonia, the president doesn't have leave, can't go on leave. I think we should make it law here. Just formalize what already obtains anyway. How do you go on leave? You need to be available almost around the clock. So I recognize the permanent secretary to the president and the deputy, and my former classmate at law school, Mayor Dorcas Bokole. We come from way back. She was also my classmate at secondary school, Madiba Secondary, Mahalape. A lot of cattle were paraded here coming from that area. From Mokani, Dovedale, all those places. That's Mahalape. Recognize members of the diplomatic corps who are here. We appreciate your representation of your different countries. We relate with you cordially, warmly. We are desirous of maintaining those bonds of friendship, and that's why we spend time visiting your countries as well. Because those who grew up here will remember some song that was sung by a character called Johnny Mukhadi. It says, we could do that. We could phone your presidents from here and do that kind of telephone love or telephone diplomacy. But we prefer to meet up physically, shake hands, so that when each one speaks to the other, you can listen even to the nuances of voice, the better to appreciate the interiority of the person you are talking to and appreciate how far you can go in the friendships you establish. So we'll continue to reach out, we'll continue to rely on you, and we appreciate the work that you do. So thank you very much. Heads of international organizations, we appreciate you too. Heads of security organs who are here, overtly and covertly. We see you. Where we can't see you, we feel you. And happily, we don't fear you. We feel safe. The Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Lands and Agriculture, Ibineng, and all permanent secretaries who are here. I received a message in relation to Ray Ibineng just yesterday. I don't know what had happened. Somebody sent me a message and said, you know, this person, Kabelo Ibineng, is the kind of permanent secretary you need. I don't know what he had done to impress, but has given this message, and it's always heartwarming. So thank you very much for the work that you do. It is not going unappreciated. Board chairpersons and board members of all parastatals and farmers associations who are here. Farmers associations. Recently, we arranged a visit for some leaders in the farmers associations to go to Bangladesh to do some benchmarking. They went, they returned. I couldn't meet with them. I haven't met with them so far. I will soon. I'm told they were extremely thrilled and inspired, and they are fired up to transform agriculture. The CEO of APSA, Me Pekumo Hashani, the CEO of Phoenix Insurance, Mr. Carlson Chiso, all chief executive officers, heads of parastatals and captains of industry who are present here today, the chairperson of this event and the National Agricultural Show, Retapelos Talekhosi, he raised a few issues here, summarizing really what the challenges are and what the action items should be. We appreciate your service, and we trust that it will bear the fruits that you desire. So thank you very, very much. And I agree with you. We need to invest in infrastructure. We need to develop this place, make it attractive. And we will do that. So when I listened to you, it didn't seem to me that you were just talking. You were, in fact, serving me with a letter of demand. You demand that this place be developed. You demand, as you're entitled to make these demands. Not for yourself, not just for the farming community, but for the country. I hear you. I agree with you entirely. And we will do the very best. And I've responded to one of your demands. By next year, this place will be spectacularly different from how it looks today. This is a solemn undertaking. It is a commitment. It now places an obligation on government and all role players to participate actively. Patriotism is not just flag waving and singing praises for the country. It is putting your shoulder to the wheel and doing the work that has to be done. Recognize all the farmers here and elsewhere, those who have come to exhibit, to showcase what they do. And each time I attend these events, I'm faced with a serious difficulty. When you look at these animals, you ask yourself, are they for viewing, exhibition, or they could actually be slaughtered for food? And at some point I thought, if I'm going to continue eating beef, maybe I should stop attending, because they look so majestic. You can't imagine them being slaughtered to be eaten. We appreciate the work that you do. All the sponsors, thank you very much. Please do more. All the creatives, the poet who came, I'm always reminded when I see them that Bice Shelley says, poets are the unacknowledged legislators of the world. We hear them. The demands that they make, sometimes subtly, sometimes not so subtly. When he says he dreamt that he was given a cow, you understand what he's saying. All of you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here today. I have taken time to recognize you, to appreciate each and every one of you, not out of habit, but because I love you so, and I must appreciate all of you. I said to you that I was here as leader of opposition. I'm here now as President of the Republic. This is my first event, and happily, I am in the same company I was in then, in the eminent personality of the former president now, Eric Masisi. He has been an ardent advocate of agriculture and also a practitioner, an active participant. I've always been an ardent advocate, but a passive participant. Now I was gifted a few head of cattle recently. I have been recruited and enlisted. And so no one dare challenge me when I then claim that I am a farmer. So thank you very much for recruiting me, and I trust that I will be a worthy recruit. We face many challenges. You know them better than I do, so I'll not presume to teach you anything that you don't already know. Our calving rate is very low. Our cattle herd has drastically dwindled. We have to raise the tempo, raise the calving rate, increase the number. I've put a figure of 5 million in the next few years. 5 million. That's where we are going. This target must force us to recognize that we will not hit this target if we continue the same path we've been on. We have to change. We have to take the farmer more seriously than we have thus far. We have to invest deliberately and intentionally in farming. And investing in farming means placing the farmer front and center in the enterprise of farming. So we are here today to recommit to an acknowledgement of the farmer and the role that the farmer plays, but also to hear from the farmers what they would like us to do differently, how they think we could improve their circumstances, the better for them to increase the calving rate and the national cattle herd. So farming is now at the center of economic growth. We must go through a step that we skipped in our economic development. We must now engineer an agricultural revolution. This is what we must go through, a revolution in agriculture. And if it is to be truly a revolution, it has to be concentrated in target. We must set targets, time-bound, context-smashing targets. Very clear, very ambitious, very bold, often described as impossible. We must set impossible targets. And these targets must occur within a defined time frame. So in relation to the infrastructural development of this place, I've set a target you can tell. By this time next year. So we don't have too much time. We must increase the contribution of agriculture to our GDP from the present levels of 2% to 6% and above. These targets call on all of us to do a number of things. The target tells us where we ought to be. Where ought we to be? 6% contribution to GDP, agriculture. Where ought we to be? August 2026, massive infrastructure development must have taken place at this place here. Where ought we to be? 5 million national herd. We must work. We have a lot of work to do. And we must now focus on improving our agriculture. We set these targets fully alive to the circumstances we are in. Circumstances of climate vulnerability, circumstances of global economic shocks, the fact of the absence of a comprehensive agro-financing framework, especially for smallholder farmers, the reality of weak extension services, the fact of slow adoption of modern technologies, the challenge of inadequate infrastructure, fragmented value chains, biosecurity threats, policy and institutional weaknesses, which is where I come in. Policy and institutional weaknesses, data and connectivity gaps, and demographic challenges. Let me speak briefly on the policy and institutional weaknesses. We need to rethink how we've been approaching agriculture. I had a debate with some farmers who came to see me on the lifting of the vegetable import ban. They said to me, lifting the ban would destroy our local farmers. And I asked, what exactly is your challenge? They said, the retailers give us grief. They don't buy our products, our produce. Where they do, they extort. They buy at prices fixed by them. And so I said to them, your problem is really not the retail, but yourselves. You need to identify creative ways of accessing the market, and the market is the ordinary person. How do you get to that person? Why do you make the retailer the toll booth to the customer? What forces you to go through why don't you go straight to the customer? As the farmers, can you not organize farmers' markets where fresh produce is traded? And I reminded them that way back there used to be a market at Block 3 where farmers used to bring their produce, which was either no longer there or had diminished in power and potency. I also asked them, how much is government procuring from you? Painfully little. So I said to them, you know, you actually are a captive market for government. And I'm telling our government officials, these farmers, you are now their captive market. You must buy from them. Government is the biggest player in the economy, and it must deploy its custom in favor of these farmers. And we must find structured ways of doing that. And one of those, I said, was going to be the National Schools Feeding Program. These farmers are going to produce. There's going to be a strengthening of the aggregation. Let's say mine, others who will aggregate the fresh produce and proceed to distribute to the schools, the health facilities, even the prisons, correctional services. Your people must eat healthy while we are busy rehabilitating them. You're a captive market for the farm. Farming is also a matter of health. So we need to structure, need to think, have heart-to-heart conversations. And that's why I'm not here to give a speech. I'm here to have a heart-to-heart conversation with the farmers so that we appreciate what it is we are not doing that we have to do. We also now must begin to produce and process. So if we ramp up, we support production in terms of inputs, in terms of affordable financing. The insurance programs that were indicated here will go a long way, and many other interventions. We now must target producing and processing for export. So we must produce export quality. You know, when you produce here and you export to some of these jurisdictions and you label organically produced, that increases the price by serious orders of magnitude, you know. Organic. Say that in some of these markets, you have a commodity more precious than diamonds. And so we must focus on processing. We must focus on producing the best in volumes that will enable us to be self-sufficient and also to export. You now must inform. The policy framework must not come from the technocrats. It must come from you. You mustn't complain that government isn't doing anything. You must say, we made a submission to government. We gave it to no less a person than the president himself. We shared these brilliant ideas with him, and he has ignored. Then you have a very strong case if you say that. But if you sit back with the knowledge that you have, the expertise, the experience, and you expect a new recruit like myself to provide solutions to issues that you have wrestled with for decades and have solutions to, then you are creating an even bigger problem. You must provide the solutions. I must adopt these solutions and implement them. That's my role. And so we will work together to develop the policy landscape. We will work together to refashion the institutions. Because part of the problem in government is institutional worship. We worship the institutions. We think they are sacrosanct, just the way they are. We accept them, we embrace them with their inherent flaws, defects, and dysfunctionalities. And we hope for spectacular outcomes from them. And when we think we are being very serious, we now personalize. We single out individuals as the problem. Why don't you fire this one? Why doesn't he fire the entire lot? That would never be a solution. And you know, some say he must fire people, bring his own. Which ones are my own now? And which ones aren't my own? Every one of you here is my own. So if I fire you, because I want to bring my own, which owns am I bringing? What competencies are they presenting? How would they improve the situation? And so we must not personalize. The propensity to single out individuals and demonize them as the problem blinds us to the reality of systems that are defective. And when you take even the best player in any sport and put that player in a system that is not properly tailored and or suited to the attainment of success, that player will become mediocre, and you will use the player as the scapegoat. We don't want to scapegoat anybody. We want to resolve these issues together. And so I'm here today not to offer you any solutions as such, but to offer a platform for you to engage, to advise, to bring ideas, submit proposals that can change our situation. And I'll be ready, willing, and able to listen and to work with you. And so I thank you for the work that you do, for having invited me here. But I want to promise you, I want to tell you, we are going to change this country. We are changing it. What I announced yesterday and I said was merely the beginning. I was dead serious about it. There's so much more that we are going to do, so much more. And when we do, the credit belongs not just to the finisher of the race. It belongs to all those who ran the race, this relay race. Some started. They did the best they could, handed the baton across lines and generations. I carry the baton now. We must work together. We must develop. We must make agriculture the revolutionary enterprise, the powerful driver of our economy that it is in reality. And so I commit, as the new recruit, appear, present myself, ready to serve, ready to listen, to hear, to heed, to serve you with style and a smile. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you, farmers. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't go away, Mr. President, don't go away. Thank you very much. You may be seated, ladies and gentlemen. Because he's going to deploy me one day in this particular space. And then two, the certificate that we are going to hand to a few deserving individuals. And then we are also going to recognize and appreciate the presidency. Dr. Dikoloty, now that you are here, for the new recruit, 6x6, go Sandveld. Just put him next door. I will be the bodyguard watching the cattle for him. 12x6. But go 6x6 and then he'll do the stats, me I will do the numbers for BMC. Ladies and gentlemen, Namaya Shota, price. And importantly, BMC have also said that that extension of 51 puller for international markets, European markets, is in August, so it's February. Can we give them a very big one, please? Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Director of Ceremony, the President of the Republic of Botswana, Advocate Duma Gideon Boko, the former President of this Republic, Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Masisi, honorable ministers here present, ladies and gentlemen, allow me, in the interest of time, to say protocol observed. We recognize your presence here, and we really appreciate it so much. Gentlemen and ladies, I've been tasked to present to yourself the Veterans Awards for the members of the National Agricultural Show Committee. My name's Khotso Topman Oteng. I'm with the Minister of Lands and Agriculture and also a member for the National Show Committee. I'll first start with a member representing the business community and has been in the National Agricultural Show Committee since 2010. And that is Mr. Kabelo John, representing Haskins and Sons. Long service and good conduct. These are the men and gentlemen who have been in the committee and have served diligently, have demonstrated a lot of commitment, and have been in this committee for more than 15 years. Mr. Kabelo John, representing Haskins and also the business community. Second on the list, we have Mr. Kiabe Tsumulibatsi from the Secretariat Office. He has been with the committee since 2008 to date, and he is the face of the committee. Every exhibitor here, they know him very well and they have his contact. The third one is Mr. Denny Tumisang, representing Department of Crop Production, and also the chairperson for the Departmental Show Committee, Crop Production. He has been in the committee since 2005. The third one on the list, it's Mayor Lydia Haitwisipe, an employee in the Ministry of Lands and Agriculture. She has served in the committee since 2002 under the procurement portfolio. Lydia Haitwisipe. The second one, Samuel Mapitsi, who has been in the committee since 2000 to date, and he's the deputy chairperson. He's a soft-spoken guy, and he complements well with the chairperson. So he's the one who can cool him when the tempers rise. The final one, ladies and gentlemen, is Mr. Tapelo Stalkhosi. He has been with the committee since 2008, and he assumed the chairmanship since 2018 after this certificate, ladies and gentlemen, they are sponsored by Minet, an insurance broker operating here in Botswana. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you, Minister.
Bagetso re taborea bayanong e hapegileng ra bela our former PS o ne rena le mo committee dingwaga tse dintsi tota. He's the man who was responsible for this judging ring. He was man responsible for the cross that were built by Stanbic Bank. This judging ring bagetso re ya ka tswe ke Botswana those so many years ago. So ever since re ole a tsama go sala ka go ema me anong tsa ke re tautona re le wa go lotolla. It is Dr. Maikas Chimbombi.
A re emeletseng ba lapa la gagwe ka megolokwane.
Dr. Chimbombi was a very easy person to deal with. Kakolola ardira so se neresna madi abara ta duela bo gabana ka madi a ink. We did not pay anything. Duela madi a ink here. So Dr. Chimbombi was a very fast forward person. And haram kopala na go meeting. Neram mona before 7. That is 6:30 a.m. every day. So rala bo gabala palaga Dr. Marcus gore lebeleta ha leteletse se se mo tshwanang. Our peers. Thank you. Okay, que family la bona. Yeah, a group picture. Let's say the twice about the right. Get serious. Ramolemo as our PS, is a minister, a bigger than the PS. So Ramolemo I have Amwara, Dr. Robert so by so when a big coach. Barreto, Razana Mo, Naguere to it, the Botswana Lebalim. For our Nalemwing. Ga tshwe hela o tswa pakile sengwenyana jaanong national committee ene ya rona e kgonne go bona dionyana tse eleng gore we give them to our new recruit Advocate Duma Boko santa bagetso. That is a very serious start actually make simola ka tse dienyane pele ke ta simola ka cooler box le di camping chairs a go diteka kwana cooler box ra or in case ya go ya merake yana o bona le cooler box ka mara ga cruiser le di camping chairs for his and hers me gra gore ke tswe mo ke ditilo ba getso organized by the show committee. We source a sponsor from Nadi le ka putolla ba getso like what to say Bagetso dimpotse relation committee re di bata mo mena ra thuswa ke Nadi gore tautona ya ko morakeng ko plaseng a boana le di camp chair le kula ra ke a hupa juice tona ka la benela ka ntse dilo a hupa juice kula ra ke ele ke ngwa tse di turantse ka re itse le motho wa fashion Kitsele mmele gale wa ta wa thusa rra ga ja go lo gatalla bataka yana small store ka fashion ke ra gore wa ta wa nthusa ga ja go lo gatalla di farmers tse ba getso ra tswella. We have 1 ton of seeds 1 ton of seeds e leng gore re di abela tautona ena o ta bona gore o hira yang di tswa ko seedco ke tsele mme di dintsi ga ka ra di aba tsotlhe. Seedco is 1 ton of seeds. Ke tsona tsa di hybrid tseo. Seedco ke ba ditsala tsa rona for a very long time. We've got 1 ton e tara di tswa thulaganyo ya itse ge ba getso le ditse tautona ya go jala. Ntse re gatala pele ba getso re mohile nku le konyana e tswa go mme Mantombela motho wa mme a go atumela Emma e tao hende nku ya gago na ga re itse ke motho wa mme she was in the corporate business o togetse wa lema go atishia o ruile itaganela mang lo wa pudi a nne redi tswetswe Mantombela tsa mo go supa nku e na le konyana se e tsetse tsa mo go supetsa tautona nku ya gago ka boego tautona ba boela kwana ke ene mme yo ba gaetso. It's a meat must be. It's a nama. Me o bono go tshwanela gore a thabe tautona ka sengwenyana. So nku ke ene me re tautona ntse me o ba getso ke be ke bitsa ba drill right a tumelang lo lona gona tautona sa ntse me al drill right. Lawrence, can you come forward? Ba drill right ba getso ke bona ba o me bile ba soloheditse gore in the near future ba ta ra epela sidibaha sa metsi drill right. Ba ra la di farmer di take over ba phunya didiba ba getso re le semetsi ya go utilities ba ta re phunyetsa didiba. Hey, le bona ke re nkuele ise bua god you in le mo competition is a star animal e registerile ba getso. Hey, ra la ba echi o ka boela ka kwano. Sorry advocate. I'm from pala di section se. Sorry advocate. Ba getso re na le ba TT ke le ba mang go tswa ko motokwe la ke le beng sorry la mona ka re mthako wa dipitse di telele o ile tautona pitse ena la unfortunately ga yo ha me tautona sa bone senepe gore tautona a tsana go morakeng a gone gora a siana a cheke phulo mona ge pitse ena la ra arrange le ba security gore pitse o ye go tsewa ena la e be re tsa senepe e be re tsenya mo di khanye gore le bona gore indeed pitse o hilo ba getso. Jana go na le batho ba mataka ba khantile ke bua ka bona ke re ke ba ye ga ba itse ga bona ba bofapha ba tswang go bobonong ba khonne go ikgobokanya maabane bosigo be ba rekela tautona khomo half a cow that is pregnant worth 15,000 pula e teng tautona tswa ta go e bona a ba te ke bona re ke bona bofapha banna ba sa itseng toropo me ke gone ba tang sa nthabata ba itiki ba bantsi batho ba teng bo rega ba ra gore ba ntse hala tsekwa so yo gate ke yone executive so khomo tautona ke khomo ya Bramani she's in calf ra gore e mortwana mpeng e tshwere sengwenyana so e dara ya tsana go mhala e la thena mane jana yone e ha masakeng ne le kopo gore a le tswa le go e bona batho ba re ga re win ne te ba tse dinepe kana batho ba go ntse yala jalo ba getso mme ka bukutshwane tautona. Okay. Hey, gona le rekio la mona. Big fish utale ba la gore ke mamba irang quickly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Ya no re tsena mo go the pure breed ya di juicy e bidwa go te abotle e mfano ke mfana go mafienda go tlatleng ya lona nkamla is a homeboy this guy so gorare e dio tsa go laita tse ko mahalapetse they are very on. He was my schoolmate go in college abantar eish e re ke guy nkamla something that net for style sa go mafia be ke re chovicho swagala mguy abotle. The Rolls Royce of juices, ladies and gentlemen. Pure, 100% agriculture value chain. Aina DJ modeng, no preservative, nothing, just organic, healthy, healthy. Tota ke tsone di drink tse le gore di khona go thusa a ke ro uta gore tautonare a re etsenya mo dikweleng o tsamaela motho a mahalapi. The president has spoken. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, I'm releasing you now. I'm releasing you. It is well. Thank you very much. From today, Agri Minister of Lands is here. It is confirmed. Thank you very much, the President of the Republic of Botswana. And then Harentse tsweletse jalo Harentse tsweletse jalo ne go ke recognize a ke ro a bona re hela tight Harentse re le ho. Thank you very much. You may be seated, ladies and gentlemen. Harentse ho ke bona bogolwane ba Yota Utilities. Re senai, good afternoon, my lordship, sir. ga ke go dumedisetse gore ya tere ka Friday o tsene ha le hokolele kwa leng go te BSS shop o bontshela metsinyana. I would be kantankera sanka se ka recognize my greatest inspirations in agriculture in the form of Gabana genetics e ba teng gone ha jaanong e ba BMC le bone ba teng gone ha Mmatibe e ba chape ka letsogo helana ba go bone yana wa bona ehe jaanong Mmatibe are in that application by the presidents in the perpetuation of success and governance batho ba maabane ba tile ba khatha re lotolotse market ha re tswa gone ha re le BMC nama ya lona re tsentse khatha mo marketeng wa rona go simolla 12 billion eno go ra 12 billion 2 billion agriculture then was going to tata industry bo diamond but 2 billion so go ra 2 billion ona le share mo teng wa bona na ka re go bapisa di plus na le tautona go ndo go Sandveld kwa a go ra re na ke ta 400 and something million yana ke ta go ga yana re tsere re bapile le motho o motona. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture allow me please to recognize quickly all the people by Lord they played a part here. Re simolla ka Ministry of Lands and Agriculture, re na le ABSA, re na le Phoenix, re na le Sidco, re na le Haskins, re na le BMC ba re topeletse na mayothe mo lehatsing. And then the price it's a BMC amongst agriculture is also for quiz and debates for school children. This is the next generation agriculture, and then Nutri-Feeds. And then CEDA is also one of my sponsors for MC services. Libone libatole re to hatsa ya no gore madi le khone go hatsa go bone re latela di khomotse le 5 million. Minute ka long service awards. Bump is here. Agri Acres, Nadi, Lords Insurance, Tipsy Guru, Botswana Vaccine Institute, Agrizo, West Shore is also an insurance agency. Chico's Limousine Starts, Lemke Ranches, Vet Pro, former resident vet coating, and then Drones for Africa. Kibon Baba sponsor ranka aerial footage. Ladies and gentlemen, those are our sponsors. Can we give them a very big one, please? And then at this juncture, allow me to call to the stage the Assistant Minister of Communication and Innovation, the Member of Parliament for Gaborone North, Honorable Sean Ntaile, to come and basically round up for the day.
Amo parlamente o tlabe a emelela ba ya go bona di supiwa tota le leruo le gore la supiwa gompieno ja e tsweletse yalo thulaganyo ena mo nakong ya gompieno re emetse mo parlamente wa kgaolo e lene re Sean Ntaile go tla go ha malebo yalo mme tla re morago ga malebo jaaka ke setse ke buile mo tlotlegi tota tautona re Advocate Duma Boko a emelele jalo go bona ditshupo tota se leng gore ke ditshupo gompieno tsone tse di supiwang ga tsa temothuo go na le jalo di dirisiwa tsa temothuo go na le jalo maranyane a temothuo go na le diruiwa ka go harologana dihutshane ka go harologana tse ke setseng ke di bonye e le tsone dikgomo tse dintle mme mo nakong ya gompieno a re emele malebo jalo ka mo parlamente wa kgaolo.
Acting Minister of Lands and Agriculture, Honorable Edwin Dikoloti, Cabinet Ministers and Assistant Ministers here present, Members of Parliament here present, and at this point, Director of Ceremony, please allow me to write on already established protocol. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a very good morning to you all. On behalf of the organizing committee of the 2025 Agricultural Show, it is my great honor and privilege to deliver this vote of thanks at the official opening of a truly inspiring and successful week under the theme Enhancing Agricultural Productivity Through Utilization of Modern Technology. First and foremost, we extend our deepest appreciation to Mr. President, President Advocate Duma Gideon Boko, for gracing this important occasion with his presence and for his steadfast commitment to ensuring that agriculture remains a central pillar of Botswana's economic transformation. Your leadership continues to remind us that the integration of modern technology is not a choice, but a necessity. If we are to achieve food security, climate resilience, and sustainable growth. We also wish to sincerely thank Honorable Acting Minister of Lands and Agriculture, Dr. Edwin Dikoloti, for his continued support in ensuring that agriculture is positioned at the center of innovation. Your stewardship has been key in encouraging our farmers and agripreneurs to embrace mechanization, digital tools, and smart farming techniques that can transform agricultural productivity. Our gratitude also goes to our distinguished exhibitors, farmers, and industry players. Your demonstrations and innovations during this show have showcased the power of technology in agriculture. From precision farming and irrigation systems to improved seed varieties and digital platforms. You have reminded us all that agriculture, when fused with innovation, holds limitless possibilities. To our sponsors and partners, thank you for your invaluable support and collaboration, which made this event impactful and far-reaching. To the media, we are grateful for helping us amplify the message that agriculture in Botswana must embrace technology to thrive in a modern economy. And to the BDF band, the poet, and other entertainers, we thank you for keeping the spirit of this event alive and memorable. And finally, a heartfelt thank you goes to the organizing committee, volunteers, and every individual who worked tirelessly behind the scenes, ensuring that this show is a resounding success. Your dedication has ensured the seamless success of this show and provided a platform where knowledge, technology, and best practices could be shared. As we close, let us commit to turning the lessons of this week into action, investing in innovation, building strong partnerships, and embracing technology as the driving force for agricultural transformation. Together, we can make agriculture not only the heartbeat of our economy, but also a modern, dynamic, and future-ready sector. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your participation and commitment. We look forward to welcoming you again at next year's Agricultural Show. Ke a leboga betso.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Honorable. Can we give him a big one, please? That, ladies and gentlemen, marks the end of the culmination of the program for the day in terms of this part of things here.
Motswana wetso e tsamaile yalo thulaganyo tota ya ditshupo tsa setšhaba kana National Agricultural Show e leng gore e tsweletse tota mo ditshupong tsa mosebele gone mo gaborone ditshupo tse Motswana wetso di simolotse jalo ka letsatsi la mosupologo mme di tla tswelela yalo ka go fitlhela ka letsatsi la tshipi re ne re editse jalo motlotlegi kana molaledi wa tlotla yo a butseng ditshupo tse semmuso tota e le jalo motlotlegi tautona Advocate Duma Boko jalo mo molaetseng wa gagwe tota sengwe sa se buileng ke gone gore o eletsa gore lehelo le la ditshupo e be reng mo ngwageng o tlang go ditshupong tse di tlang tsa 2026 a bo di le fetogile tota le lentle le fetotswe teboego a solohetsa jalo balemi gore tla re ngwago tlang lefelo le be le kgatlhisa tota gore loke yalo e seng balemi ba ruihela loke jalo le bone ba tlang ba tla Batswana kana setšhaba ka kakaretso se se tlang go bona se se tlabeng se kgatlhegela go tla ditshupong tse le bone bana tota re bona jalo ba bangwe ba tsile ka malapa ba tsile ka bana ke sone se tautona motlotlegi tautona reng go botlhokwa gore lehelo le nne ka tsela e leng gore le bone bana ba ba tsileng kwano ba tla itumelela go tla kwano mme ke gakole gape mo molaetseng wa gagwe motlotlegi tautona na supa jalo gore o santse le sebete se molangwana ka phokotsego tota ya palo ya dikgomo tse di wetseng tlase palo e wetseng tlase ka bokete tota mo lehatshe leno mme a supa jalo gore o rotloetsa balemi tota kana barui gore ba leke tota ka bojotlhe gore palo ya dikgomo e oketsege mo lehatshe leno bogolohela ga e ka oketsega go ya ko 5 million mme mo nakong ya gompieno motlotlegi tautona le lekoko la gagwe a tswa jalo ba ya ko di supiweng tota go bona jalo leruo go bona jalo tsone tse di supiwang a dumedisa jalo setšhaba a dumedisa bangwe ba e leng gore ba tsile kwano mo ditshupong tsone tse magetla re ga tswa fa a tsamaye jalo mo ditshupong tsone tse tsa basupi kana ba ba tsileng go supa ba le bantsi tota a itumetse jalo ene go bona tautona hele mongwe wa Batswana ba ba tsileng kwano a itumetse tota go tla go bona motlotlegi tautona mo nakong ya gompieno ke na le mo nakong ya gompieno santse re bua jalo mme re tla boela kwa go wena mo nakonyaneng e khutshwanyane ke tla ke bua le baeng ba ba gone ga ba e leng gore ba na le seabe mo ditshupong tsone tse tota ke tla bua jalo le ba Botswana Vaccine Institute re tla re bua jalo le ba bangwe hela ka go harologana mme tseng gape ka ko studio re tla bua re bua gape mo nakong e khutshwane ke a leboga.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the BTV News Channel. I am Joy Mutibi, and this, of course, is Botswana Connects. As you just noticed there, we just got back from the National Agricultural Show that is currently ongoing. The president is actually touring the stalls. We're going to kick things off this way with news headlines for the main bulletin for 12 o'clock. Good afternoon. And these are the headlines. This is the 12 o'clock bulletin. And farmers challenged to drive agricultural transformation. Feasibility study underway for the Trans-Kalahari Railway project. And violence erupts in Kenya's capital as in